Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our session tonight. I'm going to turn it over to some wonderful gentlemen from Manchester University to give us a great presentation. Enjoy yourselves and take it away, gentlemen.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being with us here tonight to learn more about Manchester University. We're so excited that you're here with us. We know this is a great opportunity for you to be able to hear a short presentation and some other information about Manchester. So again, thanks for joining us this evening. And during this difficult time, we're just glad that you're taking the opportunities that are given to you as well. Just want to start off by introducing ourselves. I'm Jacob Sweet, and I'm a senior admissions counselor in the Office of Admissions at Manchester. I'm also a program specialist for our College of Pharmacy and National Health Sciences. So again, glad you're here with us tonight.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Blake Moore. I am in my second year as an undergraduate admissions counselor here at Manchester University. I too am a program specialist, although I am within the College of Business. So I work with students who are interested in business management and our sport management programs here. We're thankful for you attending tonight's event, and we'll go ahead and get things kicked off with a short message from our president, Dave McFadden.
Hi, I'm Dave McFadden, and I'm president of Manchester University. Our students call me Pres Dave, and I invite you to do the same when we meet each other on campus. I want to begin with the obvious, and that is that we are living in a really weird time. At Manchester, we are social distancing, we're washing our hands like crazy, disinfecting surfaces, and we're all wearing masks. I keep mine on a lanyard around my neck so that I don't lose it. But we're also back together. We're in classes together. We have athletic teams on the fields. We have marching band going. Clubs and organizations are meeting. We are glad to be back together face to face at a time when we weren't sure that was going to be possible. When I talk with our students, they say they've been looking forward all summer to being together again, and we're glad that that's possible. You may have heard, as I have, that the best way to avoid controversy is to not talk about religion and politics. So this year, at the beginning of the academic year, I took all of that good advice and I ignored it. I started the year by talking about the pandemic, about the arguments around science and politics related to the pandemic, about social justice issues that are roiling our country, and about the elections that are coming up that have the potential to really divide us even more than we're already divided. I did that because it's important for us at Manchester to wrestle with the big issues. I'm sure that these are things that you and your families and your friends talk about. There's certainly things that we talk about here at Manchester. One of the reasons that we can have such lively and good conversations, important conversations about these things, is that our student body is very diverse. Many are the first in their families to go to college. They come from different socioeconomic backgrounds, big cities, rural communities. About 30% of our students are students of color. Their politics and their religious views are all over the place. So when we get together, we say, own your values, but test them by comparing them, by talking about them with people who see the world differently than you do. I say all the time that Manchester is a place where you can be yourself and where you will be challenged to become your best self. What I mean by that is, with all of the diversity that we have, you can be who you are here. There's a place for you here. We don't tell you what to believe, but we do want you to test what you believe by interacting with people who might understand things differently than you do. At the end of the day, we want you to hold strong values that lead you to give back in your communities and in the workplace. So if you're looking at Manchester, you should know that we have all of the things that you would find at a great college. 95% of our graduates find a job within 6 months of finishing at Manchester. We have great financial aid. We have good academic mentoring and student support here, all the things that you would look for at a great college. But that's only part of the story. We're also a place where you will be engaged as a person in these big issues. You'll be prepared to give back to the communities that you live in. So when you come to campus this fall, and I encourage you to apply and to visit. When you're here, you won't see as many people smiling as usual. It's not because we're unhappy, it's because we all have masks on. So look for the crinkles at the corners of our eyes. to know that you are welcome and that we're glad to have you here. Thanks for considering Manchester, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, President McFadden, for that wonderful message. And we'll now move into our presentation portion of the evening. And we'll go ahead and get started with Manchester University. We'll talk a little bit more generally about the university to start with, talk a little bit about our academics, our athletic programs, and the clubs and organizations you can be a part of here at Manchester University. And a little later on, we'll then revisit our financial aid and our application process for this school year. So who is Manchester University, or what is Manchester University? Our university is a small private liberal arts university in Northeast Indiana. To give you an idea of where we're located, we're about 30 minutes west of Fort Wayne and about an hour south and east of South Bend, about an hour and a half north and a little bit east of the Indianapolis area. Manchester University was founded back in 1889. We are actually affiliated with the Church of the Brethren. While we are affiliated with the church, we do not have any strict religious requirements here on campus, no traditional chapel services that students are mandated to attend. But we do welcome everyone from all different faith backgrounds, and we encourage you to be involved in that here at Manchester. Manchester University is a small university. We have about 1,500 students currently, 1,100 undergraduates, and another 400 graduate students who are studying on our second campus over on the north side of Fort Wayne. At Manchester, because of our small population, our class sizes are also very small. We have about 15 to 20 students on average in every class, and most of our classes are capped at 40. So you're never going to feel like just another number in a classroom. You're going to get to know your professors, and you're going to get the attention that you need and you deserve from them in order to succeed in those classrooms. Of our professors, 93% of them are full-time. Here at Manchester, you will not ever learn from a teaching assistant or a graduate assistant. You're going to be learning from the real professionals who have research experience or outside world experience in those specific fields that you're interested in. Even though we are a small campus, we do have a lot of diversity on our campus. We have 36 states represented and 19 countries currently on our campus that are represented. 26% of our students are students of color, and 32% of them are first-generation students. We're very proud of that diversity, being able to bring in students from different backgrounds, political views, races, ethnicities, and that provides and contributes to what President McFadden was talking about just a few moments ago. Here at Manchester, we also offer over 70 areas of academic study, and we'll get to those here in just a few moments. And here at Manchester, one of our other big parts of our student experience is our study abroad programs. Here at Manchester, we have over 45% of our students that have studied abroad at some point during their academic career. So now on your screen, you're going to see the list of all academic areas of study that Manchester University provides. As I mentioned, over 70 different areas of study. You're going to see areas of study that are related to the health sciences, to the social sciences, business, and even in the arts and humanities. Here at Manchester, the items that are highlighted in blue are our most prominent majors on campus in terms of the number of students that attend for those particular majors, and those are our most successful majors on campus. We see a lot of students come through the doors, they're interested in these areas of study, and then they take that and apply that to the real world after they graduate. The items that you see here in yellow are new majors at Manchester University. These were just implemented here within the last calendar year. And finally, a couple of very interesting or unique majors that Manchester University provides. We do have two master's degrees highlighted here, our Masters of Accountancy and our Masters of Athletic Training program. These are accelerated programs, so our students can actually finish their graduate degrees in less time than a traditional student would, and also our Peace Studies major at Manchester. One of the main tenets of the Church of the Brethren faith is peace building, trying to unify the church and unify the world. And Manchester has a unique part of our history that we are the first university in the world to offer Peace Studies as a major. That started back in 1948, and it's a very proud part of our heritage. In addition to our undergraduate areas of study, we have 4 graduate degrees. The first is our doctorate degree in pharmacy. So students can come to Manchester and actually complete their pharmacy degree in as little as 6 years. That can also go up to the traditional 8-year plan where you would finish a biochemistry undergraduate degree and then finish your doctoral degree 4 years later. Here at Manchester, we also have an early assurance program for those students who qualify. This would be based on your high school GPA. And with that being said, if you have a high enough GPA during your high school career and then you maintain a certain GPA during your college career, you receive an automatic seat into the doctorate degree of pharmacy program on our Fort Wayne campus. So no interviews, and essentially you walk right into a position and a seat available to you. In addition to our pharmacy program, we have a master's degree in what we call pharmacogenomics. This might be a new term for many of you. And essentially what pharmacogenomics is the combination of pharmacy and genetics and being able to combine those. How do we make prescription drugs for individuals based on their genes and based on their own personal bodies? You can actually complete both the Master's of Pharmacogenomics and the Doctor of Pharmacy degree in the same track and actually graduate with both programs. We also offer a Master's of Athletic Training, as I mentioned just a few moments ago. You can complete that in as little as 5 years, even though the traditional route is 6 years. There is also an early assurance program for it. And then that Master's of Accountancy program I mentioned a few moments ago, that is a 3+1 program. So students would graduate with their undergrad degree in 3 years and then a master's degree in that final 4th year. Here are some notable outcomes of our Manchester University graduates. As President McFadden said, about 95 to 96% of our students overall will have a job or will be on their way to a graduate program within 6 months of their graduation date. In addition, some specifics to our specific areas of academic study. 95% of our psychology and social work students that have applied to graduate school have been accepted over the last 10 years. 89% of our students who have pursued medical school have been accepted over the last 10 years. We have an 86% acceptance rate into law school, and our Masters of Athletic Training students have passed their examination for the boards 100% of the time, 95% on the first try. A couple of other outcomes of note. First, you have the accounting program, 76% first-time pass rate on the CPA examination, which the national average is 54%, so we're doing very well there. And then following that, we have our education program. 96% of our students get placed into and run their own classroom the very next year after they graduate. In addition to the experiences you have inside the classroom, we want you to be engaged in our campus community. We are a small campus, and many of our students are actively involved in a number of different organizations and clubs. There are over 60 to choose from, so there's a little bit of everything for everyone. You'll notice that there are a list of organizations that are listed on your screen at this time. This is just a small sampling of all of those organizations. We would divide them up into a few different areas. There are clubs on campus that are designed for your major. So we have the College of Business Club, the Psych Society, Student Education Association. These are opportunities for you to get connected with real world professionals, be able to hear about their experiences and learn more about how to connect with other people in your field. In addition, we have multicultural affairs clubs like Hispanos Unidos, African American Association. We also have our MAC, which puts on different activities for us throughout the school year. One of our most notable events that MAC puts on for us, or Manchester Activities Council, they put on our mud volleyball tournament that you see here in the background. That happens on our May Day celebration. And in addition to that, MAC has put on different events such as real world concerts or real live concerts. For example, they brought in the Plain White Tees a few years ago, and they also bring in hypnotists and magicians to be able to allow our students to have some fun and get that de-stress that they need from their classrooms. In addition to all of the organizations and clubs on campus, community service is a main staple of Manchester University. This past year, we put in over 25,000 hours of service into our local communities, and we do that in a variety of ways. You'll see a few listed here with our community dinners that we volunteer at, Indiana Reading Corps, and Habitat for Humanity, just to be naming a few of them. In addition, at Manchester, we try to implement some of our community service into the classroom. You'll be asked for your professors and your teachers to be able to be engaged. One of those cases is the case studies in business class down here listed at the bottom. We put in over 9,000 hours of service in this particular program, and we donated over $109,000 to nonprofits. Our students raise money from selling a product, and then they donate that to our local community. So something that's very important. If you are a Manchester student, you will be involved in community service in one way or another during your time here. Talking about campus life, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the dorm life here at Manchester. Here at the university, we have traditional style dorms, suite style dorms, and then we also have some apartments available to our students. If you are a first-year student living on campus, you will be required to live in either East Hall or Garver Hall. These are first-year traditional style dorms. So there are 2 people in each room. There's a community bathroom down the hall, and they are co-ed by wing. So our females are on one end, males are on the other, and each hall has a resident assistant assigned to it. So this RA is there to help you make sure that you are adjusting well. They'll create your roommate agreements so that way you can know the rules that you have for your room. And they'll also be there, of course, if you ever lock yourself out of your room. Very helpful. In addition to a resident assistant, we also have a hall director for each of our dorms. So these hall directors are staff members that are there to support you and also help you along the way. Once you have moved on past your first year, you may live in any of our other dorms or apartments. Schwalm Hall is another traditional dorm that you can move into, or you can move into our suites or our apartments. Our suite style dorms are Hellman and Oakwood. They are sister dorms, so they're exactly the same. There are 2 people per room, and those 2 rooms are connected together. So the 4 of you share a restroom, a vanity, and then also a small living space. Then in addition, you have the apartments that are available there on East Street for our students. Here at Manchester, we require our students that live outside a 40-mile radius of campus to live here 3 years, and then they may move off campus during their senior year. If you live within 40 miles of campus, you may commute to Manchester during your time. In addition to the life on campus with the organizations, one of the other main parts of our campus is our athletic teams. Just like other universities, our athletics are a way to bring together the student body and also rally around them throughout the year. When it comes to our athletic teams, we are a member of the NCAA Division III. So NCAA has 3 divisions. We are in that bottom division, and that's usually just based on the size of the school. And with that, there are a couple of things that you should know. The first is that our athletes do not receive athletic scholarships. Here at Manchester, our students play for the love of the game, because they care about the game, because they love what they do. Here at Manchester, they don't get compensated for that. While at other divisions and also at the NAIA, those athletes are getting paid through their athletic scholarships. Here at Manchester, instead, our student athletes are guaranteed a merit scholarship. We'll talk a little bit more about this later, but you're going to receive academic money that can be used towards your tuition and your room and board and your meal plan, and those expenses that go along with it. The other big thing here with our athletic teams is that our athletes are students first. The emphasis is on being that student athlete. As a coach once told me, student comes first for a reason. We want you to be able to be successful in both the classroom and on the field. But being successful in that classroom is the first step and the most important thing. When we're talking about our student athletes, we also talk about that balance. How do we balance our academics and our athletics? Here at Manchester, it's fairly easy. Our professors will work with you to schedule anything that you need. If you have any problems with your schedule or traveling, all you need to do is approach them about a week beforehand, make those arrangements so that way you can turn in your paper when you need to, or take that test at a later date. Here at Manchester, we also try to make sure that our travel schedules are close by. So most of our competitions happen within about a 6-mile or 6-hour radius. So that way our students are not gone for hours on end, and that way they are not missing their classes. We want you to be able to have that experience and have it be a good one while you're at Manchester. In addition to being affiliated with the NCAA Division III, we are a member of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, or the HCAC for short. We're made up of 6 schools here in Indiana, 3 in Ohio, and 1 in Kentucky. In addition to the athletic teams, some of the great advancements that we're making in our athletics department, we have seen a newly developed athletics stadium that just got renovated and put in this last year, and it is just now open for the 2020 school year. So our football team just broke that in last week. It's a brand new turf facility and a brand new rubberized track for our track team that they'll utilize this spring to host their first home meet in 5 years. And in addition to that, we have our newly refurbished weight room. So the weight room has new weight racks and some new cardio equipment available to our students. And this is not just for our student athletes. The Brown Fitness Center is open to both our athletes and our non-athletes alike. And you'll also see professors and staff members also in there working out from time to time. If you look at your screen now, you'll see the complete list of all the athletic teams that Manchester University has. You'll notice that they're fairly similar on both sides, with the exception of women's teams having golf as well. And cheerleading is also a co-ed sport here at Manchester, though it is listed in the women's list over there on the right. When we're talking about athletics, if you're interested in pursuing an athletic career at Manchester, the best way to get started is to fill out a recruit form by going to muspartans.com, which is our internet home for Manchester athletics. Go there, fill out that recruit form, and the athletic coaches will start talking with you about your opportunities at Manchester to play your respective sport. So now at this time, we will go ahead and take a brief break from the presentation, and we will have some words from two of our current students, Trevor Johnson and Princess Graham.
Hello everyone, my name is Princess. I am a senior here at Manchester. My major is social work and I double minor in sociology and criminal justice. I just want to give you a little overview of Manchester. One thing I could definitely say is you have a lot of opportunities that you get here in Manchester. For me, being a social work major, during my last year, my senior year, during my spring semester, I will spend time in the field working at a social service agency, showing all the skills that I have learned in classes. So coming here in Manchester, you will have a lot of opportunity to be able to do the things that you want to do before you actually get the chance to do them. You'll be able to know, am I really into this profession or should I try something different? Thank you guys so much and I'll see you guys later.
Hi, my name's Trevor Johnson, and I'm a junior at Manchester University. To me, Manchester's more than just a school that I go to. It's my home. From the very first week that I got here, my first year, it all just clicked, and I knew this is exactly where I needed to be. I've met some of my best friends that I've ever made in my life, and had some really awesome opportunities. I get to be a part of things like our esports team and be on so many clubs where I get to meet some truly great people and have an opportunity to work with them. I know that I wouldn't be able to do that anywhere besides Manchester, and I really hope to see you here sometime soon. It really is nice to be a part of something that's more than just me and to be a Spartan.
Well, thank you to Trevor and Princess for that. Two of our best students at Manchester who've really found their place, have really gotten involved, have really been able to really start building quite a portfolio for themselves as undergrad students at Manchester and gain a lot of experiences that they'll be able to use in the real world through leadership opportunities and on-campus jobs and ways they've gotten involved in their academic areas as well. So a big part of our student life as well is our on-campus jobs. And we have a number of those student employment opportunities. And both Trevor and Princess work an on-campus job in the Office of Admissions here at Manchester. So a great opportunity for our students as well. We'll continue on here with the presentation. So we'll talk about something that we know is very, very important to you and your family, and that is financial aid. So Blake had mentioned earlier before that we don't offer any athletic scholarships for a number of our athletes on campus, and a good majority of our student body are athletes at Manchester. But the great thing about how we honor financial aid at Manchester is we honor all of our admitted students with an academic scholarship. So we want to be able to award what you've been able to do over 4 years in high school. So when we award you an academic scholarship, we're solely looking at your high school GPA. Okay, so we're looking at a 2.5 or higher GPA to then admit you to Manchester University. What's very important to know that if you're looking at the price of Manchester, that it's different than the actual price that you will pay for your education at Manchester, which is a very, very valued education as well. With generous financial aid, students will pay only 37% of the advertised price. So we're doing what we can in a lot of different ways to make sure that Manchester is affordable and that excellent education continues to be that way in the future as well. Moving on to a very important application that I encourage all seniors to begin applying. The FAFSA did open October 1st. So if you've not applied yet, you certainly have several months to do that as it doesn't close in the state of Indiana until April 15th. Something very important about the FAFSA, or also known as the free application for federal student aid, is that it's free. So make sure that you are going to the appropriate website to file that FAFSA, and you're never paying to file the FAFSA. You want to make sure, again, that it's free. You will be filling out the 2021-2022 FAFSA, and it'll be looking at your 2019 tax information. So it's important that you have a lot of that information gathered around you while you and your family are taking care of filing the FAFSA. When you're on that FAFSA, you want to make sure that you list the schools that you're interested in. So make sure you add Manchester to that so we can receive that information and be able to send you an accurate financial aid package that is based on your home situation. We want to be able to really be able to give you an information and show you the monetary amounts that's going to be individual to you and your family as well. And two sites we have listed here are two important areas to visit as well, including definitely that FAFSA.gov website to go ahead and get that FAFSA filed. And when you go to list Manchester, you can certainly find us on there either by our name or by our FAFSA code that you see on there, 001820. After you file the FAFSA, what will happen is you will get what we call an EFC, an expected family contribution, and that's very important. That's something that the institutions that you're interested in will use, and also the federal and state government as well. And that will help determine what you're eligible for when it comes to different federal and state financial aid as well. So two different types of federal aid that could be made available to you and your family when you receive a financial aid package from the institution that you're interested in is the federal Pell Grant, and also two different types of loans, both for the student and for your parent as well, to consider taking out to help make that education more affordable for you as well. Some Indiana aid as well. You may be familiar with the 21st Century Scholarship, if that's something that you've participated in and have been keeping up with since you were in junior high when you signed up for that. So that's a very important grant that's given by the state of Indiana. And in a place like Manchester, even though we're a private institution, we 100% honor the 21st Century Scholarship. This is very important to your family. It's something that you've earned. We want to definitely honor that through your financial aid at Manchester University. Some other opportunities that you could see that show up in your financial aid package when you receive that is the Frank O'Bannon Grant, the Academic Honors Diploma Grant, and the Mitch Daniels Early Graduation Scholarship as well. And again, you can only be made eligible for these if you file the FAFSA. So again, please make sure you're filing the FAFSA as soon as possible. Alongside with the federal government and state governments as well, we also offer a number of different scholarships as well that I know we've mentioned before. So that big one that we've mentioned before, and the big scholarship that we're offering each year to our admitted students is our academic scholarships, are also known as our merit awards as well. So solely based on GPA, and that could be anywhere between 12 and 22,000 that's awarded to your family each year. And all you have to do to maintain that once you're a student at Manchester is just stay in good academic progress. So meeting with your advisors, going to class, passing your class, and staying on that path to receive your diploma, and walk down the stage and shake President McFadden's hand, who you met earlier in this presentation. Some cool new scholarships that we're adding this year is our honor scholarship. So we all are offering a full ride scholarship to one of our honor students, and a full ride covers tuition, room, and board. So this will go to one of our top honor students, and we're very excited for that opportunity as well. We'll also be offering a Multicultural Excellence in Leadership Award to students who would be eligible for that. And that's also a full ride, so covering full tuition, room, and board. So really trying to offer a number of different types of scholarships for a number of our different students. A really easy scholarship to receive from Manchester University is our $500 visit incentive scholarship. So coming to campus and meeting with the admissions counselor, it could be myself or Blake. It could be meeting with a coach in an athletic area that you're interested in, or a professor in an academic area that you're interested in as well. You can meet with professionals in our multicultural office, or our success center, or a success advisor. There's a lot of different offices on campus that you can meet with. We'll also give you a full campus tour, and we'll also offer you lunch as well if you'd like to stay and try all of our food on campus as well. So $500 a year just for participating in that. For our music lovers out there, we also offer music scholarships up to $3,000. What's really cool about this is you don't have to major in one of our music programs. You just have to participate in one of our music options as well. And we have a number of those, both instrumental and vocal. For our esports enthusiasts or our gamers, we do offer esports scholarships as well, up to $3,000 as well. Really neat program, and our teams are really successful in such a young program that we have. We also offer a Connections Award. So you've had a relative attend Manchester, we want to honor you for that. Or if you are a member of our Church of the Brethren, which is our religious affiliate at Manchester University. And going back to the financial aid and FAFSA, most importantly, is we may offer your family something what we call a Manchester grant. So this amount may vary family to family, situation to situation, based on your FAFSA results. So just another reason to file the FAFSA, so we can again see that information and potentially award you a Manchester grant, along with all these other scholarships that I mentioned before as well. Something very important, and I know something that I stress every year as an admissions counselor here at Manchester, is looking at outside scholarships. And a really great resource to start with is your high school school counselor as well, and in that office, or maybe you have a student services office at your high school. If they haven't started sending out information about that now, don't hesitate to start that conversation right now about, hey, what are some outside scholarships that I can start applying for? What are scholarships that students that went to this school that have applied for in the past? Is there community options? Is there opportunities within the school system as well? Look at your family's jobs, look at your churches, look at other areas that you're involved with as well. But starting with your school counselor is going to be a great way to start. And I always encourage to look at your community foundations in your county. They give a lot of money every year to students to go to college and make that more affordable as well. And then there's just some common websites here as well that you could check out. So these are very safe websites for you to go on to and to look for different scholarships as well. So it's very important to look for scams and to not put any information on into websites that could harm you in the future. So make sure you're looking at those websites carefully. And if you're unsure, again, start with your school counseling office. But then if you've connected with an admissions counselor, contact them as well. Someone like me, again, has a full list of resources that I send out each year to the families that I work with. So I would be able to kind of direct you in the safer places as well, if that's something you're interested in. I look forward to that as well. Now talking a little bit about admissions to Manchester and how you get this journey started here at Manchester. So this is easy to start just by applying. So you can apply to Manchester University on our website. It's free to do so. And it only takes about 10 minutes to fill out the application. I encourage you when you're filling out our application to fill it all out and answer all the questions. It's very important for us to get to know you individually. And all of those applications will go to your individual admissions counselor, and we will take the time to review those, look over them, and get to know you personally and know what's important to you within the college process and what's important to you at Manchester. And we want to know why you've taken the time to apply to Manchester as well. So we really want to get to know you. We're also on the common application. So if you've started an application on there that you're sending out to many different universities, definitely send us your common application as well, and we'll review that the same way as well. Once we receive that transcript, once we receive that application, we will need your official high school transcript as well. So you can have that sent to us from your school counseling department, or maybe use a system like Parchment. So we'll need that as well. Something really special about our admissions process at Manchester, and has nothing to do with COVID, is that we are a test optional university. So we don't require the SAT or the ACT as part of your admissions process at Manchester University. Again, we want to see what you've been able to do over 4 years in high school and what you've really dedicated time to in the classroom as well. So I look forward to seeing your application. Blake looks forward to seeing your application as well, and our whole staff looks forward to seeing your application, and we look forward to seeing the transcript as well, so we can give you an official admissions decision. As you apply, you can expect a turnover of about 2 weeks to hear from us about an admissions decision, and you will hear specifically from the admissions counselor that you are working with as well. Next steps. We're so glad you're here with us tonight, but we want to encourage you to come to campus. So if you feel safe during this time to do so, we want to encourage you to come to campus as well. And again, I mentioned earlier all the different opportunities that you have, and this just lists all those opportunities again, plus our visit website as well. So we really encourage you to come to campus, and most importantly, if you feel safe too. We are following all types of COVID precautions as well, mask wearing, social distancing, small groups. You get your own meeting room, just you and your family when you're here. So you're not interacting a ton with the other families other than on your tour, but you still have that opportunity to see them, but we're doing it at a safe distance as well. And even during COVID, you still have the opportunity to do these meetings and any lunch and go on a tour and take advantage of these opportunities that we're listing on here as well. So we really are excited to hopefully see you on campus as well. We do have a number of different virtual options as well that you could participate in, but to receive that $500 visit incentive scholarship, we will need to see you on campus as well. And now we can turn it over to questions. I haven't seen any come through the chat yet, but definitely want to take the opportunity to answer any questions that any students have as well. Here's our contact information as well. So feel free to email us, call us. And as soon as you call us, we will connect you with the admissions counselor in the area of study that you're interested in. So that is how we determine who will be assigned as your admissions counselor, depending on which area of interest is. So for me, anyone interested in the College of Pharmacy and Natural Health Sciences, and for Blake, anyone in our College of Business as well. We know you're all active on social media, so definitely give us a follow on all these social media platforms as well, and just see what's going on at Manchester and on our campus. A really cool social media outlet is our student-run Our View of MU. So it's hosted each week by a student and even some faculty and staff to see their view of MU each week and what they're interested in and participating in as well.
Nicely done, Spartans. Anybody have questions? Feel free to put them in the Q&A. I know Blake and Jacob would be happy to answer them tonight.
That's okay if you don't have any questions for us. Again, feel free to contact us at any time, okay? Blake and I and our staff will help you at any time. And if we don't know the question right away, our job is to be your point person at Manchester and be able to point you in the right direction and get you in contact with the people that can answer your question more thoroughly, and get you in contact with the people that are going to really impact your choice to attend Manchester as well. So for me, thank you so much for being here. We hope that you will consider Manchester University in the future. We hope to see your applications. And again, thank you for spending time with us this evening. Stay safe, stay well. We look forward to seeing you soon.
For those who have joined us tonight, there will be a survey going out. Please help us get some good feedback and provide answers to that survey. And take care. Know this recording is available after tonight, so you'll have access to it down the road. We appreciate you taking the time to sign on. Gentlemen, we appreciate your presentation very much. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the fall semester, and nice just to see you again. Take care. Have a good night.